Hello, and thank you for listening to another episode of the Friday Big So What, in which I will share with you something that struck me and share my thoughts on why it matters. I'll also try to tie it to finance and business transformations. So here we go. Oh my God, you are so predictable. When we hear that from a friend or a significant other, it has negative connotations. Nobody wants to be predictable. It brings negative connotations of boring, stuffy, and just not fun to be with. That is, unless you are on a project or running a business transformation. In that case, predictable is exactly what you want. So this week I was struck by a couple of things around predictability. The first one is a master class on negotiation by a gentleman named Chris Voss. The second one, project status with a client. And the third one, a conversation I had with my lawn guy. So let's start with Chris Voss. Chris Voss teaches a master level class on negotiation and spoke on TED about negotiation with the parent of a kidnapping victim in Haiti. From 3,000 miles away, the parent wondered, what exactly could Chris do for him? Chris said, okay, here's how this works. In Haiti, kidnappers love to party on Saturday night with the money that they got from their kidnapping. If you listen to me, you will have your son back by no later than Saturday morning. And I will call you every few hours to let you know the status of our negotiations. The father was relieved, and all went well. Recently, as our client was emerging from a current project stage and expressed concern over what was next, we went back to the methodology and walked him through the next steps and gave him a vision of what to expect in the next 30 to 60 days. Once he had this, he felt good. Finally, yep, turf my yard, please, especially that one. My wife and I are considering removing our grass and putting in turf to try and save some money and save water and contribute to the ecology. We've had several bids, but the guy who's going to win is the one who laid it all out. He said, you know what? You will get cheaper bids. You'll get some more bids. They'll tell you they're cheaper and better, but ask them where they get their turf and who they use to do the demo work. It'll be me. I will also give you the best price and help you with the town rebate process. And here's how that will go. He made us feel comfortable with the process. So what's the big so what here? Well, it's predictability, Bob. For most people, the fear of the unknown is a huge stressor, and fear of loss even bigger. They want you to relieve their stress and help them understand what will happen, what can happen, and what may happen. Once you do that, you can move forward. All right, but what does this mean for us? What's the big so what? Well, on projects, you want to give your team, your stakeholders, and your partners a vision and a picture. Help them with predictability and alleviating the fear of the unknown. You can do this in a few ways. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Communicate and communicate predictably. Let people know when, what, and how you plan to communicate. This can be through status calls, status reports, steering committees, or the like, but make the communication predictable. Don't be afraid to deliver the news, good or bad. Again, uncertainty is the killer. Deliver the news, good or bad. And if you have both, do the bad first, then the good. By delivering the news clearly and honestly, your stakeholders, your customers, your partners will feel like you're on their side. Acknowledge things can go wrong, but there are contingency plans. Here is what the risks are, and we have mitigation plans. And always have contingencies. Never let your team get back into a corner. And finally, take ownership. Let the team know that you have their back. So that's the big deal. And hopefully and predictably, this is over in less than 5 minutes. Thank you, and make it a great day.